Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Possessors, where today, armed with the ability to actually heal for a reasonable amount and an Aquarium key that the game promises me unlocks a lock all the way over here, which is very strange. I guess we're headed west. I guess we're going west like a lot. And that's going to start with going east to the... get out of my way. Start with going east to the subway here. Wait, where's the subway? Okay, yeah, I gotta go. Ah! What is down? Have I been? Oh, this is the way down. Okay. Yes. This is the way down to the next zone. You fucking... Oh. Listen, I know that they're my enemies, not my friends. I'm not supposed to like them. But I don't think I've ever disliked the enemies in any game I've played. So with the same sort of deep fervency that I dislike the enemies in this game with. It's actually down here. It is. Okay. Who built this city? I think Agradine HQ is the best we're gonna get. And I love the way that, like, outside in the subway tunnels, outside the car, it's just red. It's just unrelentingly red. Maybe it's emergency lighting, but you know, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just fucking red. Oh, actually, there is a there is a station even further west. The one called West City Station. I suppose that makes a certain amount of sense. They don't show you getting in and out of the train cars. So you don't get to see the part where she steps down into the station and it's just screaming, constant screaming from all directions. Okay, so I need to go up, which I am assured I can do. There we go. Okay, we can't both be this incompetent. This battle's gonna take forever. Well, that's embarrassing. Okay, so yeah, get up here and just hold left. It is entirely feasible that this area is bounded by just like a slide, right? Okay, that person is not in fact a bounceable. How did I mean, I've been over there. It looks like this is not actually traversable from this side. I don't remember you at all, but the fact that your corpse looks like this suggests that you are, you know, significant. Okay, so if I need to go down instead, I just go back where I was. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. You know, maybe I should have just taken the elevator. I still could just take the elevator. How about some of that? remember this area. I remember trying to climb up in here. So if we can't get up in here, and I can't get up in the... Then it's really not clear to me how to get over to a place that it looks like I've already been. I hate this truck. Okay. Well, that's handy, but not actually... not super meaningful, unfortunately. Ow. I just wish I could turn around, you know, like mid-charge up. That would help with that. And also, I wish that the enemies were less smart about when I'm in an attack state, and they didn't totally avoid me. Okay. Maybe I can get a little bit of peace here as I try to figure this out. But I was in the counter stir. Alright, that's enough of all of you. Sometimes traversal in this game is just the fucking worst. Huh. Is there no way further up from here? There is apparently stuff above us, but I guess I must have descended. Here's part of the problem. The area is being fundamentally misrepresented. Love it. Well, let's go touch the, let's go touch this in case I die somewhere horribly. And did I just cross over a thing I can't get back over? Is the big question, because I think I did. But it depends. Did you have the foresight to smash the floor before you came through? Because if so, then, you know, no big deal. Is this enemy capable of dealing damage to me? This whole place is very weird. Okay, and this is how you get down here. Yeah, what a strange fucking place. With a tremendously important, but just not recorded on the map, doorway that teleports you. I don't need all the creepy vocalizations either. If anybody around here is going to be a real creep out loud in words, it's going to be me. Thanks. Ow. There we go. I know what the buttons are. Well, at least we're very slowly making small amounts of progress. It's just like a small side area that exists so that you can get 20 chroma. Alright, this has me worried. Oh, sorry. I appreciate their attempt to diegetically justify the air bubbles by putting a vent there. I should maybe have gone up and like had a look around first. But whatever, now we're committed. Now we're down here. Oh, cool. Great. What a thing to die for. Is that air bomb? Is that air vent going to have served another bubble? It is. Oh. Alright. Everything's fine. I never thought I was going to die. Why would I be so quick to give up? How could you possibly live a human life if you were so quick to give up on everything? Can you imagine what sort of position would you have attained in the world? Just be on YouTube making video game videos at 40 years old. I'm kidding, of course. I love that this is... HOA rules reminder. It's about safety. Hey folks, remember the Aggrodine HOA rules are in fact requirements, not suggestions. All Aggrodine-sponsored housing in the city must follow these guidelines. This means all front door cameras must have clean and unobstructed lenses. Anything growing in a window planter must be trimmed to within 8 inches of the windowsill. You must call before you dig. Aggrodine HOA rules are not just about maintaining the comfort of our neighbors, they're also about corporate security. We have to follow these rules to keep everyone safe. And please remember that I don't set the fines, Aggrodine does. Laura has so much fun being the queen of her petty little kingdom. She uses so many polite sounding words when she talks to you, and she is just the worst, the absolute worst person in the universe. Alright, well, we got another one of those red things. What am I picking? Like, am I gaining a thing that I can count? Is it lobsters? Am I picking up weird lobsters? I can't think of any other time I've... Okay, next time we see one of those, before I pick it up, we'll check our lobster counter. Because I can't think of any other time I would have been gaining lobsters. But at the same time, for who or what or why? I guess maybe we'll get to the aquarium and we'll know. You probably can't just like rehydrate a lobster and have it be okay, right? I'm not an expert on sea bugs, which is basically what lobsters are, right? But I wonder, because these have such like weird physics wobble. What I was gonna say is I wonder if I can get them on top of each other enough to give me reach to grab that, but it looks like the answer is probably no. Okay, more subway. Excellent news. It looks like that must be a dead end. Let's go back into this room and try to move through the top of it. Okay, well, must be protected with something. Oh! Okay, that's a new one on me. Alright, don't let him do this. I remember that. I was so pleased with my victory that I just didn't parry the second projectile. Okay, so I thought there must be a dead end up there. Maybe there's like a carbuncle to grab, but maybe not. Okay, well, I paid... Shit. I am currently paying the price for that one. See, they get to reverse their attack after picking a direction. Right, of course. Are we almost done here with this? No, of course not. Yeah, definitely better to use an old-fashioned parry on the combo, because otherwise that second part is definitely going to hit you. What? That wasn't even a gang of famous demons? Those are just some demon nobodies? I don't actually want to go... Oh, well, it looks like I might be able to come through the bottom. Oh, yeah, this is not a wall at all. It's just visually 100% a wall, but you can... Sometimes this game... So, you know, I've spent a lot of time playing Metroidvania style games recently. Last, like... Okay, we know what this is. We don't need to go down there. I spent a lot of time playing Metroidvania style games the last, like, year. Right, we got sort of into a groove with them. And I have to admit that in all that time, I haven't really spent a lot of time thinking about, like, area design. I've spent a lot of time thinking about puzzles and enemies and stuff, but not so much just like how do you decide what the rooms should be shaped like between two places. This game definitely has me wondering though, as we cross through these areas where it's just like ladder shaft into ladder shaft between two things, and like, why do this like this instead of any other way? Did I die just on the... I died... If I had killed those two enemies, there's a button here that I could have pressed that would have opened this door. And instead, I am honestly looking at running backwards to the subway. You know what? That's actually what I'm doing. Because it's large, mostly flat rooms that we can just do this through. And I don't have to swim. Let's break this so that's open for later. Yep, and the massive one-way bookshelf. That's right. Yeah, no, okay. We drop down here, but then we go left. Okay. The Sun's Aquarium entrance. Of course. Because we have that key. No, I do think I want to go back up there and open that door, though, for later. Yeah, I'm starting to think this enemy might not actually be capable of hitting me with its charge. We have seen it fail in a number of environments now, at a number of distances and angles. I think it might be programmed wrong on purpose as a joke. From the developers, who are cruel gods indeed. Oh, hey, look who it is. Hop backwards and throw demonic silverware at enemies. That sounds fun. It's got three painkiller potencies. And some other stuff that we should buy. And I totally will, I swear. How incredibly annoying. Alright. There we go. I have such a knack for it. Just dying right before we get to wherever it is we're going. Riches, please. I will in fact take all of those. Some of that. One of these. Suffering? I love suffering. Alright, hold on. Let me go back to the bank. No, I definitely don't want to be down here. Alright, back to the adventure. There is a way to go left. Somewhere around here. Ow. You know what? If I'm ass kicked, I'm just gonna leave. I assume we're gonna hit the point where we need the key pretty soon. Alright, I guess we were all the way at the edge of that area. I was gonna say, I opened up that map and I was like, this is exactly what we already knew. So there's still this guy over here that we don't know how to get to. We can get to the area underneath him. And then there's a vertical bit here that leads up toward one of the eyes. And we're headed in the direction of a couple of the eyes for the vault. Like, eventually we're gonna actually make some progress on that, I imagine. Critical. Evacuation protocol must read. Attention employees, critical breach evac procedure. You must bring your Agrodyne ID to the evac point. All employees must tap into the evac with their Agrodyne employee identification card to access evac services. Non-employee family members must bring a general-purpose Sunzu ID card to the evac point. We advise all Blue Pass and lower-level employees to shelter in place. Pink Pass employees are mission critical and must remain at their posts to prevent additional loss of life. Fucking horrifying. Shelter in place. We advise all Blue Pass employees to just, like, die where you are right now, quietly if you could. Because the real people will find that least horrifying. Hey there. Look, a pig. A pig. Ugh. Get out of here, creature. Oh, he ran away. You scared him. I do not trust that pig. Not in this place. It's cute as hell, but you know, there's many a fair pig with a... No, wait. Many a foul pig hidest behind a fair cloak. Something. Okay, that's interesting. Definitely can't get up there right now. Hey there, little guy. Another pig. Here, piggy, piggy. Leave it alone. It's disgusting. Yikes, what's the matter with you? It's just an animal. And there we go. Aquarium key used. I don't know why the aquarium key opens that other door in the mall. That seems very odd, doesn't it? Something's been keeping the fish alive. Oh, okay. Apparently normal parry, not actually functional against that one. Whether or not I can affect this guy's attack seems kind of arbitrary from instance to instance entirely. Okay, that time it works. Ah, damn. Just trying to come out of it late in the animation with a parry. No. Ah, come on. That really sucks. So you're going to be a little bit more aggressive with that guy because your defensive moves are, I don't want to say ineffective, but they behave inconsistently. Just in case. Ah, damn. At least he doesn't follow it up for very much damage. I was not expecting to see a sort of an original recipe one of these guys after the more difficult one. Oh, that sucks. There we go. Well, I sure hope this is actually the last wave. What did Beverly call this place? An aquarium? You remember how the school was like a jail for kids? Well, the Sans Aquarium is a jail for animals and fish. Humanity is a shockingly jail-focused species. Well, zoos and aquariums are pretty much the only two types of animal jail. Most other fun stuff we do is like activity-based, like ice skating or whatever. Oh wait, I take that back. There's petting zoos too. That's like a jail for boring animals. Incredible work, humans. I don't know if we're all so. There certainly are a lot. I will say this: there are a lot of jail-focused humans. I don't think it's like a trait that we all share. The problem is that our society is organized so that stupidity and cruelty are traits that drive you upward in the power structures, and basic decency drives you downward. And as such, you know, it's the same kinds of decisions get made in a lot of places. I love the idea of parrying an explosion. He tried to blow me up, but I blocked. This place has a little bit of a vibe, huh? Bloody hell. Maybe the best thing to do is just let them shoot at me. see what they were going for with that wave, but it didn't really work out to much extra complications in practice. Oh. Ow. Damn it. You are a supremely annoying enemy. Okay. Bring my whale back. You know, I really don't know very much about zoology. I feel like a zoo, it's not like a... I understand why it's her point of view. I was really thinking we'd be able to get up on that fin. But animals in zoos they're having an okay time, right? It's not like a... I want to believe the zoo is not an animal jail. But now the doubt has been put into me. I want to believe the animal in the zoo is having an okay time. Every zookeeper I've ever known, and it's not, you know, it's not a huge number, but it's more than one, has seemed pretty devoted to critters. I should probably not just be smashing through plates of glass in here. Do you know the king? Who's that? He decides who is free and who is false. Sounds delightful. Are you ready to make big changes in your life? Okay, whatever this is, don't get roped into it. Let's just go. Well, honestly, I could use a big change. Things aren't exactly great for me right now. He reaches down to all of us, but you must give me your chroma to learn the way. Here you go. I'll give you everything I have on me. Are you kidding me, Luca? I thought you liked doing things the easy way. Yes, yes. We shall both be found true this day. A pursuit has... We sure have begun a pursuit. I don't know how much chroma I had on me. I know it couldn't have been very much. So what does it say? Find a way into the Zoo King's lair. Well, you know, I would love to do that. Also, apparently, we should be expecting trouble. One, there's an additional thing that happens across the arena. I mean, so far their attacks aren't so hard to avoid. But if they're gonna stack over each other like this, I wonder what I can do to clear that stuff more effectively. Or if I just need to avoid the part of the arena that it's floating in. Well, thank heavens for small runbacks. also for enemies flying in my hitboxes. Gross. That's a gross thing for you to do. I don't know what that stuff is, but I know it's gross. Okay, one down. The other two don't seem to have gone into like frenzy mode or anything. I'm sure the third one does though, right? Yeah, wow, that attack really just hangs out there for a while, huh? Okay, and you never really get a period where it's okay to attack again. The thing is, like, that the lingering electricity is going to make it so that a counter is not going to get you through that at all. So I'm thinking this is probably going to just be one of these things where, like, it sucks a lot to be in the second phase and you want to try to minimize the amount of time by keeping the sisters relatively close together in health until you start killing them. This sucks. But the blue one is trying to be the one who's taking damage in a way that's like really transparent. It is hunting me. Okay, I think that was probably good. I managed to destroy a lot of that stuff before it really got anywhere. Okay, here we go. Oh, if you do a good job, they just make it so you didn't do a good job. That's really shitty. I was gonna go over in the I was gonna move away so I didn't get hit by the like fork lightning close to it and try to crouch, and of course there was just one loose projectile of absolute fucking garbage. Alright, so no sense trying to be strategic. The game just pretends you did a bad job no matter what. Not my favorite design, as you can probably tell from the tone of my voice. Wow, okay. So my attack animation just did not happen. I am thinking about switching to the bat. The bat has the bonus max HP on it too. Yeah, it should not. Alright. That was a down attack, by the way, in case you were curious. I definitely don't. I don't want to do too bad of a job here. Like, it probably is really important that we don't have the yellow one at more than half HP when the blue one dies. But we're all cleaned up now. Oh, you asshole. You piece of shit. Oh my god. The boss becoming literally invulnerable as the attack starts really sucks. You should be able to make the trade. Alright. Well, that's very winnable. I just have to do it the slow way. Yeah, one thing that I don't know how like obvious I've made it is that you get inputs eaten while using the guitar fairly frequently. It actually feels pretty bad to wield as a weapon in a way that I would say the bat and the kitchen knives do not. You can kind of see like how much stop and start there is in all of the animations. Okay, very annoying. Three's not enough. They should have brought 4 to take me on. Don't ask for it. We don't know what else is around here. Oh, hey, look. They dropped a key. Okay. Access override for the lockdown gates. That seems important. I lost the marker for it spawning in the visual noise of everything else. It's a pretty good hiding spot. What an asshole. He's gonna idly float away. You know, that's on me. I absolutely saw that thing floating there and just thought it was one of those enemies with the like the mushroom cap and the spines that shoot projectiles. There's actually kind of a lot of enemies. Yeah, one of these. There's actually kind of a lot of enemies where their whole thing is just they're the one that flies and shoots the projectiles. Come on. Wow, that one hesitated such a long time that I had time to try the counter, see it fail, and then reset it before the thing touched me. Okay, but there's no way for me to get back up. Well, I guess we're exploring at least. Okay, I mean, that is an eyeball. Alright, that is excellent news. Hi there, little thing. I'd really like to get back to that. Maybe we should try harder. I don't love my odds against one of the white-coated explosion guys. I feel like these things cause a lot of damage that I'm still not good at predicting. But we gotta catch a little reset here at some point. Alright, when I come out of this, is that guy still gonna be charging directly at me? No. I am really surprised to see that hallway's not empty. After you clear the monster gate challenge in it. I feel like usually that's what they do, right? It's got monsters in it the first time, and then it spawns empty from then on. Hey there. Have you heard his voice? He says that everything we need to succeed is already within each of us. Are you ready to empower yourself with a mentor and maximize your earning potential? Yes, I will join your downline. Not again. Before I had a mentor, my capabilities were so small. But then I invested in myself by giving the Zoo King 500 chroma. Will you continue to invest in yourself? Yes. We shall both stand atop the pyramid of power. You have to understand, it's this, I guess you could call it like a plan or a scheme, maybe. Am I gonna need to be walking around with my chroma? Yeah, Professor Foss said that every inch of unused space in Sanzu was used for Agradyne experiments. What were they doing down here with all this water? Well, probably just making you guys possess fish. Deeply unimaginative. I would have tried possessing the water itself. Oh. Wait, how would that work? Can you possess air? Well, I don't have the power to try, but if I did... stop. You're scaring the crap out of me, man. Really? That's... After everything we've seen and just recently fought, that's something that scares you? Okay. Whatever I'm standing on top of now probably gets raised up by that console down there. There we go. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to break that from above the first time. You know what? We're on a climb that... Well, no, let's see where this goes. We're headed toward a dead end here. Okay, not all of the enemies react the same way to being submerged in water. And I'm curious to see where this goes, because it kind of seems like it's our only way forward. And basically, I think we need a new move, and I'm curious to see if we're about to get a new move. is a little messy, but it kind of works out. Oh, you... How dare you? Okay, much easier than the other ones that we've faced in here so far. Maybe a little bit overkill. These are some very annoying enemies, though. Get out of here. Oh. I can't believe the arc of this shot is low enough to actually work in here. A twitchy spinal cord. Increases weapon and special attack speed, but decreases poise damage dealt. You know, that's probably okay. Like, so poise damage is a concept from a different video game that has not been stated or explained to be in this video game. We get the ability to swim upward in waterfalls. But you can probably grasp the idea of it pretty easily, right? Sometimes our weapons can stun enemies. The idea of there being poise damage here seems kind of irrelevant. Like, we're not relying on, you know, dealing stuns to enemies or anything to defeat them for the most part. It seems like all upside, and a lack of poise damage is like a downside we won't even notice. Maybe that's different for people who are playing the game in different ways, but that's just what I'm thinking here. Anyway, I do think I'm maybe gonna go ahead and call it here. We're gonna figure out our way in here. We're gonna have a big boss fight to learn. It seems like, yeah, it seems like there's quite a bit of aquarium time ahead of us. So rather than try to speed through it, let's just call it here. And when you come back next time, we will continue maximizing our power and pyramiding these fish. And we'll see you then.